to New Dram Drinker. Here we are again in the bar. I'm so excited about today's video, even though I have no idea what
Are you
it
excited
tastes
about
like.
every video?
Yeah, probably. Some
Not
more
really.
than others. But this one is exciting.
And tell me and everyone here, why is this one exciting?
So we've never owned a bottle of this before, and we won the opportunity in a ballot to buy one.
Yeah, which always seems a bit weird.
Yeah.
You win the opportunity to buy
one.
whiskey.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I've tasted the inaugural,
we
their
did a
first one in a
tasting
tasting.
with our members club.
And it was
went down well.
sublime,
Yeah.
which you can't get anymore.
Yeah.
So when this one came up, we were like, yay, we want this one. And it is, drum roll.
Well, I think you can probably see it behind us. It is the Raasay. And I mean,
This will be the easiest bottle for you to talk about.
yes,
Literally
because
the easiest.
it is a stunning bottle. Those
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you have seen this going around on the socials, pictures and things like that.
It's
Like it
just-
deserves a little
It does.
twirl, doesn't it? Like
It
a little.
does.
I mean, look at the detail in that
It
bottle.
does,
Now
it
I know
does.
for a fact, because I've looked it up, that the bottle is made from clay moulds of actual like rocks from the Raasay, Isle of Raasay, and so everything that you're seeing in the bottle is an actual
it's
kind
just
of
literally.
moulding. So it's
It's
actually,
got-
I don't know if how good
Can
our
you
camera
even
will be, but
see
it's
like
got
the,
like the
fossils and the
it's-
bumps and the lumps
It's a
and the
beautiful
dents?
bottle. It's got a load of
There's a big dent
info,
on the
yeah,
back
load of there.
there, and it says
So,
Isle of
You got
Raasay on the
trying to show
side.
you, you got the Isle of Raasay, and
says
you come round, you got a load of information there, and then you got all a little bit more on
Says
the
it on the
back.
side as well.
But yeah, it's absolutely, yeah, it's got it
Isle of
on
Raasay.
the side. Cork,
Stunning.
lovely, sealed cork. Not that
Yeah.
it's sealed anymore because we did try this already.
It just looks lovely.
But it's a stunning bottle. I mean, you know me with bottles, and this is one of the better ones, I would say. It's just, it came in a box, obviously. It didn't belong in the box. It's a lovely box it came in, but as soon as it kind of, you see the bottle, that needs to be on the shelf for everybody to see because it's a stunner. It really is a stunner. But at the end of the day, we're not here to review the bottle, even though that's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Inside.
It's what's inside that matters. So I've already poured some drams that we've kind of let breathe a touch, and then we've put one of the coins on top to kind of hold the flavours and everything in. So we're going to go on now, and the coins we've chose are the Budget Drams Challenge coins. If you haven't got them and you collect coins, get in touch with him. He's got a YouTube channel on the social medias. In fact, I can probably hold that up, which might help you find him if you don't already know him. So go and check him out because he's a great man, great bloke, and we call him a friend. So go and check him out. Okay, so on to the colour. Natural colour, non-chill filtered, lovely colour.
Just yummy.
Nothing too outrageous, but just nice.
Yeah.
So should we nose it? Are you looking forward to it as much now as you were at the start? Yeah.
Salted caramel. Beautiful smoke.
There's a funk. That's my favourite word at the moment with the whiskies, but there's a definite kind of, it's the first thing I pick up on these days is like that, when there's a note that isn't the standard notes that I usually get, and they get the
salt
tag of
for
the
me.
funk.
It's the salt. It's there's a saltiness there, because it's quite sweet.
Yeah, there is.
That's what
isn't
made me
there?
think
Yeah,
it's
maybe
salted
that's
caramel.
almost what it is, because salt isn't a big one I get very often.
And it
but-
smells like a seasidey outside.
Yeah, it does, to be honest. Is this going to sound really weird if I was to say there's a slight tinge of fish? But that might...
I'm not getting fish, but
not like the... I don't know, maybe it's
It's
just like the
salty.
seaside kind
I
of...
know I like that. Did you wash your glass out?
I didn't have like kippers for lunch in there. I didn't have a prawn cocktail in my glass. And then like, I could just do my whiskey review straight after, but...
I'm not getting fish.
Maybe it's because it's taking me to the seaside and I'm kind of getting those
Fish and chips
chip
notes.
notes.
There is as well.
Nice.
There's a meatiness there as well.
Yeah, that would be a kebab.
It's no.
No.
It smells like the burnt meats
Yeah, definitely.
on a bonfire.
Yeah. Like an ash. There's an ash note there.
I'm going to say, I think the
Sweet
sweetness is
ash.
coming out
Sweet
more
ash,
now.
Yeah.
It is making me think of salted caramel. It's not a
Yeah.
sweet whiskey, and there definitely is that salt.
There's some, I'm getting some fruits as well. There's
It
some
is,
sweetness,
it is
some
nice and-
raisins, kind
I
of.
didn't get that right at the beginning. But
Maybe
yeah.
a bit of white fruits as well. There's so much going on. It's crazy. How can I have white fruit, raisins, dark fruits, fish and chip shop, kippers? What else? A kebab.
10-course meal.
It's okay. Yeah, I've had a lovely meal and I'm full. I just need my dessert now. So I think we should move on to the palate.
I don't know if I want to. I'm quite enjoying
well,
those.
I'm happy to hang around. I'm quite enjoying this. So
I just wondered if there was anything else.
it's not very ABV heavy on the nose, is it? What ABV is it again? I've forgotten. Can you see where it is? Oh, there it is. My eyesight's not good enough. 40.
6.4.
46.4. Yeah, 46.4. Yeah. Oh, I can tell we're getting old.
There's one negative, isn't it? It needs to be in bold.
Yeah,
Black
everything
writing.
else is dark apart from that part, which is like a light grey, which we can't read. First negative of the review.
Yeah. Us Oldens.
Also, old ones with bad eyesight who won't wear glasses.
I think it's mellowing now, and because it's sat in the glass for a little while, I'm not getting all those huge punchy flavours now.
I'm thinking maybe putting the coins on the top was quite a good thing because
you
you definitely got
all
like, the
of
big
the
waft
notes.
straight away. Sometimes I think with challenge coins and things like that, I buy them to collect them from different places. It's not necessarily because I think it does much with regards to holding that.
You're supposed to use
The
them
thing,
for.
but I would say with this, they've definitely helped kind of give
Because
you
this is mellowed
that
now.
kind of big kind of smash of notes at the start, isn't it? And then, like you say,
It's
it's
quite
quite
aggressive,
mellow.
that was, wasn't it? That big kind of smash of notes.
Hulk smash.
It smells delicious. It does
the
smell.
notes all
lovely.
seem to be kind of
They're just
melding
mellowing.
now, yeah.
Mellowing, and but it still smells lovely. It's not like.
Right, I'm going in anyway.
Go in,
Can't
okay.
nose any longer. Right. Well, that certainly evolves in the palate. Starts off, I would say,
Oh, it's gorgeous.
quite mellow. You want to drink it, and because you've got so many notes off the palate, it's almost not a disappointment, but it's a lesser note on the palate to start with. Then it just builds and builds and builds, doesn't it? Then I'll get like some smoke, some ash, a little bit of meat still in there, like there's a meaty note still there. The sweetness still hangs around, some sugars, caramels. Please stop me enjoying it if you want to add
I'm
any
going
more.
to say that my first sip, I didn't get anything that I got on the nose.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You got so much on the
I'm
nose, it
going to
almost
say-
goes nose, then your palate
Have
and
another
it dips
drink.
and goes back up again.
I felt the very first sip was quite vegetal, like grass, not heather, but vegetal.
Yes.
And then I feel like you got the fruits.
Yeah, I think
and
it's very
then-
hard. It's very easy to miss that now, which is
It's
really
so
good
soft.
of you because
It's good of me.
I was
It was though. It was like
I was expecting all the notes from
Yes,
the from the
100%.
nose, and because I
When you
didn't
don't
get
get
that,
those-
it felt like a bit of a not like I
You
said, not
were-
a disappointment, but I
You were
wasn't.
waiting
I was
for the-
searching for those notes rather than actually getting what was there.
Yeah.
And the vegetal grass is
definitely,
wet grass.
yeah,
is very
and
spot on.
I want to say heather, but it doesn't feel like a Highland whiskey. But it's almost like it's not floral, but those fruits were there. And then I got the smoke, and then I got the barbecue. Less saltiness. It doesn't feel salty at all
No.
now on the palate. Yeah,
That's really smooth.
it's gorgeous, absolutely
I know
gorgeous.
smooth isn't one of the best words to use with a whiskey, but I mean smooth as in the texture. It's like a creaminess going through it, and it's there's not many. It's not like a zigzaggy kind of
No.
notes.
I think
it's
it
very kind of
builds.
yes,
It does.
smooth to a high five of how good it is.
There's a little spiciness at the end as well.
Yeah, which I wasn't going to say much because I wanted to get on to
No,
the finish.
it's not on the
but it's
finish.
like,
I just get it right. You know, it's still in that when it's. I'm not at the finish. I'm at the finish now, but when I was tasting it, that's exactly what it is. It's so mellow,
yeah.
and then it just builds, and then you get another layer and another flavour. And would you call this a journey whiskey? Maybe.
I would say so
Yes.
because I think that like if coming off the nose onto the palate, if it stayed up there, it would be very hard to kind of impress you anymore. I think the fact that you get all the notes on the nose, but then on the palate it drops back down and rebuilds.
Yes.
That's the journey, isn't it? You've had your nose notes, you've enjoyed that, but the palate restarts.
How do they do that? When they make a whiskey, how do they... Is it accidental? Some whiskies are like bang straight in. Some whiskies are just very mellow all the way through. I mean, that's a 46% ABV. I'm going to say it tastes higher, but it's not ABV or spirity in the slightest.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Definitely
the
not,
flavours are so huge, I would go, surely that's not a 46%. That's got to be a bigger.
The spices definitely come in at the end, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm just getting that now, like the pepper and spice. It's awesome, to be honest. It's really nice.
If we're moving on to the finish, I'm going to say the finish is, it's almost like it builds. Everything else just kind of drops away.
Yeah.
And you end up with this lovely warmthness and this spiciness, but it's not like pepper, it's not that spicy tingle, it is the flavour. It's like the spice is the flavour.
We've said this before, that like we can have some whiskies and you get a spiciness that seems to be overtaking what the whiskey actually is,
but no flavour. It's like this tingle.
That's all there is.
This is
integrated
of the
into
spice.
the whiskey, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
It's within the whiskey rather than
utterly
on
gorgeous.
top of it, if that makes sense. But do you know how much this was? You're not going to believe it, to be honest. It's 45 quid. Now, for a first kind of, well, second release, but it's the first one that kind of, there was a wider release. 45 quid. That you don't get that very often.
I'm going to say as well, you know that I've been on like a peak journey, and I have really enjoyed the sweet and the smoke. This is a huge step up from that. This is definitely the flavours are bigger. But I'm going to, I think because it's not as sweet as my sweetened smokes, but actually if you were to call this I think this is a next step up. I like this.
I wouldn't have said that necessarily.
Yeah,
for you. I think
it's more. It's not as
stronger.
It's yes, but I probably haven't enjoyed them.
Okay.
I think this is less sweet. I've enjoyed the ones that have the balance of the smoke and the
This
sweet.
is more of the proper progression for you rather than jumping too far ahead.
Yes, this is like the smoke and the meats and the bonfire and the coastal elements. That's the bigger flavour.
Very well.
Whereas before I've always gone with the balance. But this is this is.
Do you like it then?
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This was so easy to review. You know, normally we do all our notes in the week. We did have a little sample in the week. I never wrote a thing down. I literally never written a thing down.
Change our reviews a
I
little
haven't
bit
read
to
their
be
notes.
more like they used to be off the cuff, because I think you get more of you get more of an honest review, but not that our other ones are dishonest because it's just our notes from earlier in the week. But I just think we get a lot more excited about a whiskey that we've tried on camera the first time, and we tend to find that we enjoy them. That's the moment
I don't
we enjoy them the
know
most.
what they're saying you should get. This
we
is
want to
just
share
what
with you
we are getting.
the moment we enjoy the whiskey the most. And when we first try a bottle, I mean, we enjoy buying a bottle. It's a lot of money. £45 is still a lot of money to us. So it's like Christmas Day to us. A whiskey comes to the door, we open it, we're excited, we want to try it. That's our peak moment of enjoying a whiskey, I would say. So this now is when we want to share that with you. So
I'm loving that vegetal. It is a vegetal, maybe like a cereal note as well, like the straw or something. That's lovely. But that ginger is almost like gingerbread or a ginger biscuit with like that.
It's like the spices, isn't it? Like
but it's not as salty as on the palate, as on the nose.
My nose itching it. It's good, isn't it?
It's really lovely.
But I would say you could also. It's quite an easy whiskey to drink, isn't it? There's a lot going on, but it's quite an easy. It's not an end of the night whiskey. It's like one you could start the evening off with it. You could have it halfway through. It would definitely lead you into the higher peated ones. You would still need
to sip it, but I'm going to say you would thoroughly enjoy it. It's one of those whiskies that I think I would sit and absolutely enjoy.
Awesome. I've got the grassy note come back through on the finish now.
It is like grass. It's like, when you were a kid and you used to chew grass. That's what it tastes like, or
Right, okay. So before we go, just one thing I wanted to say. If you're not subscribed to us, please consider subscribing. We've got lots more videos coming out this year, and we would love to have you along for the ride. If you are watching this and you are a subscriber, go and thank you for one, yeah, absolutely. And please go and try and find a new channel, a new whiskey review channel that you maybe not already following, and give them a subscribe, because we all need it. We all need to know you're enjoying our videos.
Yeah.
So just share the love. That's what we enjoy doing.
Hello, share
the love. So this is a hit.
This is a
for
huge
us.
thumbs up. Love it.
Definitely would be buying another bottle if I could.
Yes.
Probably won't be able to,
Yes.
but I'll look forward to their next release, and hopefully win a ballot if they do it that way to get that one as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you again next week.